Lin Feng came to an empty place with a little coldness in his heart. This is a world where the strong are respected, and people's life is like a must. If you want to kill, you will kill, as long as you are strong. He just entered Yixianshan unintentionally, and he turned his back after just one glance, but Lu Fei wanted to kill him, even though they were disciples of the same sect. The owner of the arrow martial arts can track down and kill the enemy, and the attack power is also strong, but if I get close, I can definitely kill her with one hit. Lin Feng was still very satisfied with the sword-drawing technique he used, and he was very fast. Lightning, like a thunderbolt, split the arrow instantly, and it didn't cost him to endure the mental torment to cultivate it. You must know that Lin Feng has been practicing on the cliff for 7 days. He's been practicing sword-drawing skills, and he uses dark martial arts to improve his understanding. Only when his spirit can't support him will he restrain his martial arts, and then practice in this spare time. Glimpse body technique. Lu Fei. Lin Feng secretly wrote down that face, then took some wood, rubbed the stones with a soft sword to create flames, and built a fire to dry the clothes. Not far from Lin Feng, 4 figures appeared there, and they should all belong to the Cloud Sea sect. There is someone over there, let's invite him to go with him, one more person and more strength. One of the young men in green shirt said. I just don't know what his cultivation is like. The burly young man grinned and did not object. As the 4 of them walked towards Lin Feng, the only woman among the 4 saw Lin Feng shirtless, her face turned slightly red, and she whispered, Hello, can you put on your clothes? Lin Feng glanced at the girl. Although she was not as beautiful as Lu Fei, her facial features were dignified and delicate, and her skin was delicate and smooth. She could be regarded as Zhongling Yuxiu. Women are indeed much more beautiful than women in his world, perhaps because of cultivation. Okay. Lin Feng is not a difficult person to talk to. On the contrary, he is a simple and casual person who has suffered since childhood, and is very easy to get along with. What's the matter? Lin Feng put on his clothes and asked the 4 who came over. That's it, we want to go to Heifeng Ridge to hunt monsters, and we want to invite you to join us. The beast cores we get will be divided equally. I don't know if you are interested. The monster beast forest in the north is extremely vast. Some disciples speculated that the Heifeng Ridge might be much larger than the entire Yunhai Mountains, and the Yunhai sect chose to build a sect here, probably considering the Heifeng Ridge monster beast forest. Inside, after all, for martial artists, the monster beast forest can hone their strength, and they can also hunt and kill monsters to obtain monster skins and beast cores in exchange for some useful things for martial artists. Okay, I agree. Lin Feng agreed without thinking. He really wanted to see it. That's great, so there are 5 of us. As long as we don't encounter the 9th level monsters, we'll be fine. The girl was a little happy when she saw Lin Feng's promise. Qi Wujing 8th level cultivation, the 3 of them are Qujing 7th layer, Lin Feng is also a disciple of Yan Heizong, and they are similar in age, should also have Qujing 7th layer cultivation, at least 6. Ordinary monsters are divided into 9 levels, corresponding to the 9th level of Qi and martial arts, so she felt that as long as they didn't encounter 9th level monsters or more powerful spirit monsters, they would not be in danger. Brother, my name is Tsing Yi. This is senior brother Han Man, junior sister Jing Yun, and Jing Feng who has the most powerful cultivation. The youth in the green shirt introduced to Lin Feng. The burly young man Han Man and the young girl Jing Yun both smiled at Lin Feng. He indicated that only the young man in white with the highest cultivation base looked arrogant and indifferent. My name is Lin Feng. Lin Feng smiled. Trash Lin Feng. The white-clothed young man Jing Feng spoke for the first time, gave Lin Feng a half-smile and said, Junior sister Jing Yun, it seems that we are wasting our time, it is definitely a burden to drag him. The other 3 had obviously heard of Lin Feng's name. There were too many outer disciples of the Yunhai sect. It was normal for them to have never seen Lin Feng, but they still knew Lin Feng's name. Lin Feng frowned, and the other three looked a little embarrassed. Junior brother Lin Feng, Jing Feng, has a very high talent, and he has an 8th level cultivation of qi and martial realm. People are inevitably a little arrogant. Don't have the same knowledge as him, just pretend that you didn't hear it. Acquaintance is fate, we are together. Proud way. Yes, senior brother is right. Xingyi and Jing Yun also agreed, but Jing Feng, the young man in white, snorted coldly, but didn't say much. Lin Feng saw the sincerity of the three people's eyes, and a good feeling arose in his heart, so he did not refuse to go together. The 5 of them crossed several peaks and came to Haifengling together. Lin Feng, Haifeng Ridge is boundless. I'm afraid only the core disciples or sect elders know how big it is. We can only move around in the periphery, not too deep. You are weaker and follow us closely. Han Man, a strong figure, reminded a sound. Lin Feng nodded slightly. Along the way, he knew that Han Man was straight, and the other party didn't mean to be ironic when he said that. The terrain of Haifeng Ridge is complex, full of vegetation and thorns, and the trees are extremely dense, suitable for hiding. This is a paradise for monsters. The 5th level monster, Qingfenglang, grab him. Han Man said suddenly, only to see a pair of cold eyes in the bushes, not far away. Xingyi stepped out, the long sword on his back was unsheathed in an instant. The sword was like the moonlight, poured like mercury pouring down the ground, like the wind, like a shadow, all-pervasive. Hey! With a soft sound, the long sword in Xingyi's hand sank into Qingfenglang's head, ending the 5th level monster with one sword. The Qingfeng sword art is really good for the Qingfeng wolf. Han Man smiled heartily, and stepped forward to help Xingyi collect the prey, the 5th level monster beast core. It's just a 5th level monster. The young man in white, Jing Feng, said indifferently with a slightly disdainful voice. Hearing this, Lin Feng shook his head secretly. He was only an 8th level martial artist. Although he was better than an ordinary martial artist, he was still not a genius, so he was so proud of himself that his achievements were limited. After collecting the beast cores, the group continued to move forward. Every once in a while, they would encounter monsters, but these monsters were not over level 7, so they were easily resolved. Haha, the bag is getting heavier and heavier. There are already 30 or 40 monster beast cores. It's a good harvest. Han Man was very strong and was in charge of carrying the bag. He couldn't help grinning when he felt the increase in the weight of the bag. However, we have already entered Haifeng Ridge tens of thousands of meters deep, and the next monsters may become stronger and stronger. Be careful, or retreat. Xingyi reminded. Understood. Han Man replied, but his eyes froze as soon as the words fell. 8th level monster, violent ape. Looking at the huge body that appeared in front, Han Man murmured, the violent ape's body is violent and powerful, and it can split tigers and leopards. Jing Feng, it's up to you. Jing Yun glanced at the young man in white, the 8th level monster, beside her. She shouldn't be able to help him, but Jing Feng is much stronger than them. Hehe, Jing Yun, what are you in a hurry for? There seems to be another person here waiting to sit and enjoy the success. Haven't made a move? Do you really think there is rice to eat? Jing Feng glanced at Lin Feng, his voice harsh. Lin Feng sneered, he wants to eat rice? The reason why he didn't make a move was because Han Man and Xingyi were always ahead of him and prevented him from making a move. If he really encountered a crisis, he would naturally not be able to stand by and watch, but when this person encountered an 8th level monster, it is extremely sinister to push himself out. After all, in his eyes, Lin Feng is just a waste, and the waste is only dead to the 8th level monster. Jing Feng, what do you mean? There is no one here to deal with the 8th level monsters except you. You asked Lin Feng to go to kill him. Xingyi heard Jing Feng's meaning a little different. Happy. If you want to divide our animal cores without doing anything, is there such a cheap thing? Wouldn't it be better if he died one less person? Jing Feng said disdainfully. Jing Feng, since we are here together, we should advance and retreat together. Lin Feng believes that we are with us. Han Man said unhappily. Humph, you have to protect him and do it yourself. I don't want to raise waste in vain. Jing Feng snorted coldly and took a few steps back when Violent Ape was already in front of several people. I'll give it a try. Lin Feng took a step forward, an 8th level monster, equivalent to a martial cultivator at the 8th level of Qi Wujing. How powerful, he tried. No, you can't deal with the 8th level monsters. Jing Yun was a little anxious. Jing Feng, you are too much. Hearing this, a cold look flashed across Jing Feng's face, looking at Jing Yun's graceful figure with a sinister smile. If it wasn't for your good looks, I wouldn't be with this bunch of trash. I'll help you. Han Man dropped the beast core and came to Lin Feng's side. Count me in. Xing Yi did the same. And me, the three of us should be able to barely stop the 8th level monsters, right? Jing Yun prayed silently in her heart. It's too much. Jing Feng from behind sneered, the 8th level Violent Ape is extremely irritable, and its strength is infinite, but it is not something that a few Chiwu Realm's 7th level martial cultivators can handle. Lin Feng glanced at the few people standing in a row with him, his heart warmed slightly, and a soft smile appeared in his eyes. Touching his nose, Lin Feng said weakly, perhaps, I might be able to deal with this monster.